Hey, welcome inside the backstage pass. It is day two of CRS
Here we
2023,
go.
and my voice is getting better after a few shots of whiskey last night too, as well. Again, presented
You
by
want more?
I had more. I did have more. Yeah, karaoke bar. Had a good time last night. I didn't get home till midnight, but we are here at the Omni Hotel, presented by Bangtail Whiskey, our friends at Honky, Tonk, Texas, and Gentle Ben Spirits. Great dinner last night we had too.
Yeah, we went to Skulls and Brenner's Alley, so it was beautiful, beautiful
Enjoyed
meal.
it too. And I'll tell you what, it's on the edge. It's out there right now across all the digital platforms. The queen of country music. I'm going to give her a good introduction today. Our good friend,
Favorites.
Stephanie Quayle, the show. What's going on?
Good morning. I love that you rallied last night. I love it. You know, the best thing to do is just start all over again today.
It is.
You might need to have like a little whiskey breakfast.
I could probably. We have actually some in the bag over here.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's
shot.
hair of the dog, which I don't even know who created that idea, but it works.
Well, what's working for you right now is this particular EP. This is
Opening up,
fantastic.
sharing your heart.
Yeah.
12
you.
years later, you're able to get all of this out.
Yeah, it's
So-
wild.
Was it something that you had to like wait to write on, like to kind of talk about
The story
the process
behind
of being ready to then unleash? Yeah.
Yeah. So when I met, Tori and I have been writing together, my co-writer of On the Edge. She and I have been writing together for years. And so she knew a little bit of the story. But for me, and for those that might not have heard this yet, I was in a relationship for 4 years. I thought I was building a life with this man and raising his daughter with him. And he died in a plane crash on a Wednesday. And that Sunday, 5 days later, I learned that I wasn't the only woman.
Yeah, they're in the living
Which
room.
is just like, what? And so, but because she was only 12 at the time, my job as, a parental figure, I just felt it like I have to protect her. So I never thought, I thought maybe one day there'd be a book. I never thought there'd be an album, which is such a wild thing being a songwriter to not do what I do with all this stuff and this emotion. So she reached out to me in April of 2021. We've been close ever since, this happened to us back in 2009. And she said she was going to paint her way through her healing. And that in that moment, you guys, gave me permission. I don't have to protect her. And now I can maybe go there. And I didn't know if it was going to be an album. I didn't know if it was going to be a song. I didn't know if anyone would ever hear it. But then when I shared it with my husband and with Eden, they both said, yeah, go do this.
Oh.
So it's what's exciting about country music, which I have to keep reminding myself, is the more personal stories make us all feel more connected and we find our stories within them. And I think that's what's been so just mind-blowing is my story's not unique. It's just in song form. And we played live over the weekend. We were doing some shows, Tori and I, in North Carolina. And to hear other people's stories through our stories, that's what it's all about. So I'm all hopped up on country music.
Yes, the
Super
truth
hot.
is the truth.
The truth
Country
is the
music
truth.
is the truth, and you certainly dove in. I mean, I loved this video footage.
Yeah,
Can we
a
talk
little
about
short
that?
film.
And
Yeah.
filming that. It's a short film of all of the songs depicted
Right.
visually, which made you feel it even more than
Right?
exclusively on people,
Yeah,
which
you guys,
is awesome.
You guys got to check it out. We wanted, because it is such a stranger than fiction true story, we wanted to do something that would help the listener understand the full scope. Because sometimes when we listen to songs, we don't maybe catch the message in the song right away because we're like in our heads and it's got a lot of up or down or uppers. Yeah, you're like, oh, wait, what? And so we really wanted to showcase that. And I think Rachel D, our director, did a fantastic job of utilizing the house as all these different emotions in each room. And it was powerful. And we shot the Lost Years music video there as well, all in the same day.
cool.
So it's, we're racing that sunset clock.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of early success in your career right now too. I mean, success, instant stuff. Publications getting behind you. What You're Drinking About was a fantastic song.
Such
One
a
of the
smash.
best written
Smash.
country songs out there. Great smash
Thank
song.
you.
What has that meant for you? And I know we say early in your career, you've been doing this a long time.
Yes, I'm 100.
And success doesn't happen overnight in this business.
Sure.
It's hard,
Yeah.
but it's pretty cool to get that type of attention coming at your way from all different media outlets and publications, things like that.
Oh, absolutely. I think, when I play that song, it's just got a life of its own. I think that's what great songs and songs that, we get to share on the radio and share like that. And they just keep finding homes. It was just in Big Sky, which was super cool on the TV show. And as a songwriter, I crave the next. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, okay, what's going to be my next little radio smash? And this is just such a powerful body of work for me personally because it allows me now to open the floodgates of all the places. Right?
Yeah.
It's like lookout X's. I mean,
right. No more holding back. I mean,
There's
your truth is out there.
Yeah.
So you can go any place.
I can go any place. And I didn't really consider that I was maybe holding myself back a little bit in my songwriting until this, because I couldn't really, right? Like I was like, I have to wait. And so now it's a free for all. So it's going to be really exciting just to see what happens and still be, where my boots are and be present.
Yeah, you
Here with you
mentioned on
guys today.
tour. We're so happy to have you. We're
So
always
happy
happy
to
to
be here.
celebrate new music. You mentioned tour. So
Yes.
you have the album out. It's beautiful. Like, where are you going? Where can you?
Gosh, we're playing Burlington, Vermont, around Atlanta a couple dates. Then we go to Montana, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, which is really just, again, performing is my jam. Like I love songwriting. I love all that, but performing and getting to experience that visceral in person, to see people's eyes connect with a song. There's nothing better. So that's we're getting the band back together.
The Lost Years, I really love that song, and this really set the tone for this EP because I listened to my kid is singing some of your stuff now
Really?
off this album as
Wow.
best she can. Like
Yes.
I said, with gibberish
Yeah.
to English or whatever language she's
Listen, that's the
talking
best.
in. Give us a recap how that song set the tone for this record.
Yeah,
So-
which one was written first?
Yeah, the Lost Years was actually written first. And so after I got off the phone with Eden back in April of 21, I reached out to Tori immediately because she's really the only songwriter, friend, trusted person that I knew could handle and hold my heart very
kind of
carefully.
content,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I didn't know what was about to happen. We didn't know. And so I'd had that title because for so many years people go, well, what happened between like Montana and Nashville? And I just would sum it up, right? I would just be like, oh, I can't really tell you, but I'm not going to tell you because I can't tell you because I can't tell you, so it represents this time of just the lost years, which was filled with so much pain and growth, and so that one, what's interesting about that song is how people have connected it to their, the time with COVID.
Sure.
And a lot of people from, I was thinking it would be more women, but honestly, it's really been 50-50 of like men really connecting with that song as well, which always makes me, I hope I'm not making too much, one way, but yeah, it's a powerful song. I think we all can reflect back on years that we're like, man, there's regret in that song. And I think owning regret is way more powerful than be like, oh no, I have no regrets. Oh, I absolutely have regrets.
Yeah.
And I own that. And I think that's a healthier position to take.
And I look at it now because I connected with it so well because now being a first-time dad
Yeah.
and having a little one and realizing how fast time just escapes all of
Yeah.
us.
Sure.
And you look back and you're like, you can work till the cows come home
Yeah.
and do what you love or just go get any job out there, make money. But you can never get that time back, as
Right.
you describe in the song, with
Yeah.
family, with friends, with
Yeah.
people you love.
Yeah. I've really reevaluated how I do that as well with my time. It has to matter exponentially where I spend my time and who I spend it with, because we don't get it back.
Sure. Last Breath, another one. Charmed on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's break down Last Breath first.
Oh goodness. So this is the first time on the album that we start to share, what's going on. And this is the song. It's pretty potent, man. When we play that live, woo!
It's kind of like
I think there's
hold
like
your breath.
steam coming off my guitar.
Nice.
It's got some fire. Even just acoustic. Yeah, but it's really the question of, had he known it was his last breath, would he have told me the truth, or would he have just kept up, the lie,
the
whole
whole
lie? And it's interesting, it's an interesting conversation to see people's feedback on that one. And there's not a lot of slow songs. It's we've got a lot of, we call them up or down or uppers, tempos. So yeah, it cranks.
Well, you do a good job firing it up too. So put your vocals to it, and again, it's On the Edge out there streaming. And you guys, and I always say this: artist website. I still love the hard copies. We still buy these a lot too. So
Yeah.
On your website, I'm sure people.
Yeah,
can get
for
these.
sure. And we have the vinyls too, which are super fun.
I don't have to do that. can talk about live
Yeah.
too as well.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
We could, we
Oh,
could
rapid
talk
fire.
for
Yeah,
a very
yeah,
long
yeah.
time,
She
but
knows
we're, we
Yes.
We'll
Serve
have
me
you
up.
back. We'll have you back. Okay. First song you ever sang on stage. On a stage.
Wow, on a stage. It was probably church. Let me think. It was probably church. It was like one of the Christmas scenes, nativity scene. I think I was an angel, which is hilarious because my mom would say no. Yeah, so it was probably like a little Christmas hymn.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was a teeny tiny with a big mouth. Yeah, still not so teeny tiny, but big mouth.
Favorite places to kind of dine in Nashville? What do you like to eat around here?
Oh wow! Well, Steakhouse, Cane Prime, love it. Virago Sushi. They've got like this spicy tuna on crispy rice with Pop Rocks. Boom, like Pop Rocks, like the candy.
Oh.
Candy.
Yeah. I have a party every time I go there in my mouth.
Name all of your farm animals.
How much time do we have? Okay, so we just got a Stella. So Stella Parton is a horse, and we have a Dolly Parton who's a miniature horse. We've got Kenny Rogers, Patsy Cline. Oh, goats. We've got Jake Owen. Don't be mad, Jake. Joe Diffie, Justin Moore, Blake Shelton,
Oh my gosh.
Brad Paisley, and we've got Brett.
Just Brett.
We've got Brett. No, hold on. Then we've got Johnny Cash, and then we have Shania Twain, who's our miniature
that.
Highland cow. We have teeny tiny bunny. That is amazing. That was named by the people. Kip Moore.
I love
Kip
that.
Moore, I like that.
Yeah, and then listen, I'm not gonna lie, I have a few other ones. Oh, and then Willie and Waylon are
I
cats.
love that.
And then gosh, who else do I have?
You should get a picture of all of them together and then just tag
I
who's
know.
who.
I
Like,
know.
you know?
I feel like Jake Owen appreciates. I mean, his goat child.
We
friend.
just saw him coming up the escalators yesterday.
I mean, he's amazing. He is a goat. Greatest of all time. I would love a creature to be named.
If I ever get to Montana, I got to see all these.
Well,
just
these are in North
in
Carolina. on
North
our
Carolina.
farm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, our horses in Montana. We've
Okay.
got Stanley. He came with that name, and then Magic, who went, the viral sensation that stole my thunder.
Well, North Carolina, just to see all of
Yeah,
those.
North Carolina's that's where all
Always
the
try to
minis.
come in the shots.
I know. Yeah, pretty soon my dog will be more famous as well. Little Earl.
Oh my gosh, this has been a pleasure. We love having you on.
We could go on all day
Stephanie
with her.
Quayle.
Thanks, you guys. I hope you have so much fun.
It'll
We're
be a lot of
celebrating a
fun.
new
I'm
album.
gonna give you lots of
On the
energy.
Edge. Yes.
Spread it right now.
We got
Spread it.
energy. What a great first interview. On the Edge is out now, and also the music video
Yes.
compilation.
Yes.
You need to watch the short film about it as well. And this has been,
Yeah.
Your podcast.
Yes.
Do you want to touch on
Yes,
that? People
thank
can
you.
find it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's stories behind the stories of making the album, and we've got the trailer out, first episode, and the next episode, second episode, comes out tomorrow.
Awesome.
Woo
Looking
woo!
forward to that too. And people can find it across all
Everywhere
platforms
you can spell podcast,
I
All
love
you
podcasts.
can find it.
I love
Yeah.
that too as well. Great. Stephanie Quayle here. More to
Yes, you
come here.
guys.
CRS 2023. Again, thanks to Bangtail Whiskey. We're going to do a little shot there later. Gentle Ben Spirits, which is out there too. The vodka, the gin, the bourbon is fantastic. GentleBen.com. And Honky Tonk Texas down there. Derek Billingsley. They book live shows. Check them out. HonkyTonkTexas.us. We'll see you guys back in a matter of minutes. Don't go anywhere.